Ooh, now I'm going to show you the 3mm scribe, which comes in a set 1, set 2. Can be done separately, but these are the ones, if I show you, these will get all your intricate scribes, like your architraves and things like that if you want to do them. Now, I know everyone says, like, undercut this, that and the other, but, you know, I've got a brummer, so I've got a fen. I find it quicker to scribe them nowadays anyway, especially if you've got to cut it out twice. So, it's more display really, just to show you what the actual scribe tool can do. So, I'll cut this one back actually, make it a bit longer, make it a bit more interesting. Start off with, obviously you're going to want to get the curve, so I'll do that again quickly for this video. For that, you've all seen now, basically I've done it on quite a few videos now, you're just going to put a straight line there, a straight line there. You're going to then get your set of dividers, set that from the point to where it hits the arc. This sometimes isn't done on the first time, but you're just going to get an off-cutter tile. I've shown you a couple of times where it's going to take more than 1 hit to get it in there. That's better, so that's going to give me my finish that I want. I'm also going to make a little mark where it's going to be starting. So when I do offer this up, I'm going to know where my mark's going to start. Okay, so I'm just going to put that beside there. And that's how you're going to get your arcs. We've shown videos now of how to get your bullnoses and that from that. So, herringbone boards. We've got the helpers here somewhere, but I'm just going to rough this in quickly. Yeah. We'll put some masking tape on it so we can see the marks. So, here's my template. Scattered everywhere at the moment. So I'm just going to offer my template up there just to show me where my tape needs to go. I'm going for speed or nothing here. I want to show accuracy and things like that. So I've seen a few fitters using the X and just putting a little bit of tape to hold it in place for themselves. So you're going to take your Jeff square, your 3mm scribe tool, and to start off with, you're just going to get some marks. So what we've got a quarter turn, we've got an ugly architrave, we've got a small bit of perspex sticking out there, 3mm, strapped to skirting that's had a bit put behind it so it's on the rake. So as far as difficulty is concerned, this is, you know, this is about as good as you're going to get. So start off with, I'm just going to do some main points that I'm going to need to get. Now, I'll explain to how they used to do, how everyone used to do basically, when you used to be scribing things like this with the straight line. Everyone would just use the tile to do the marks and go around, and that was basically how it used to be before the MAWBOARDS. Jeff square, we come up with, you know, it was a square to start off with, but now by just cutting it on the 45 allows us to do this with the herringbone board. It wasn't straight away, don't get me wrong. No, it was a while before we sussed this out, but I've been trying to explain to people for ages about with the tools. You just keep finding out these things as you use them more. So, anyway, so let's get that mark, and let's just show you how accurate this little bad boy is. Now, providing your square off your tiles, all you've got to remember and learn to trust is whatever that point touches, when it's on the board, it's your number 7. So all you need to do is put a dot there, another dot there, so I'm just going to join those two up so I know that they're there. Okay. So now I'm going to start making all my little marks. Now you can do as many as you like, can't you? The more you do, the more accurate. So I'm going to do a load here just to show how accurate it is. That's 1 point. So obviously we'll fast forward this bit for you. Now I'm going to be hitting that, so I'm going to turn it over. Next point I'm going to get is just the end of the oggie there, where it drops back a bit. So I'm going to try and get my mark dead on that. There she is. That one I know is going to be the corner of that point. And while I've got it here, I'm just going to do the straight part of the bull nose as well. So that's going to tell me where that's going to start and stop. And again, this is, you know, it's personal. You can make it as accurate as you want. The more marks you make, the more accurate it will become. So it's, you almost draw it. All you got to make sure is things that sit. If the Jeff square catches on the board or anything to throw it off square, that's the only way you'll get a bad result. But you know, this is more. I like these sort of demos. I'm going to try and get another one. That's why you got that cut out bit. Oops. Just to get another one on that dot there, because then that, oops. Now get those two. That's going to give me my little dart off to that bit there. So all it is, join the dots. So like I said, the more you have there, the more accurate your scribe is going to be. And you've got to, once you learn to trust this bad boy, it's so accurate, you know, we've really played around with the hole sizes to get it the way we want it. See, because you've got your jig there, you haven't really got to go mental on the marks, have you? So, we've got our start point, which we know is there. So we're just going to bring that round till the dots line up, which they should do, and that's going to tell us straight away where that curve goes. So it hasn't taken that much longer, and we've got all of this detail there. Now we can do the cut. Okay, so what I used to do when I used to do, you know, the artwork and stuff. Instead of trying to cut all this out and wingling my knife away, I'll just break it into sections, and any points where I can just run it off, I would do that. So I'll do it firmly. So in theory, you're not cutting the arc, you're cutting the waste away of the shape, you know. You're not cutting the shape out, you're cutting out the waste. Sorry, I'm trying to concentrate. See, that one can pull straight off now. That tiny little nod in there, if I want to get that, I'm going to pull that one off. That sounds right. Okay, so what that does, and a nice clean cut into that point there, so I can now should be enough now after this pass. Okay, put my finger on the dot there, so I've got it on there. Where it joins my first reference line, I'm going to pull that round and It's gone blunt now, I think. And then I'm going to cut them straight to the curve. Just breaking it right off to the end there. There she goes. Put the knife in it. Cut it at the angle there, you're going to... Just to remove the tape quickly. Before I start cleaning the cut up, what I'll do now, I'll just quickly offer it up to make sure I haven't done any boo-boos. You know, it's not worth cleaning it up if you know it ain't going to go in, so we're just going to offer it up quickly and see where we need to just do the fine tunings. And it's telling us just a little bit around there, almost that would almost go in actually. But see where it's pulling it tight, because if you do it at the wrong place, you can actually make the cut worse. But if you've got contrasting colours, just try and get it nice and right now. As far as I'm concerned, if I'm doing a cut like this, I do not care about if I've got to just do a little bit of chamfering in that, because it's better than cutting it short. Could have done with possibly a few more marks on that curve, maybe get a little bit too. Okay. And then you've got your architraves in. Now, I mean, that's about as difficult as you're going to get with cuts, isn't it?